Comes to gaming it is. Brian Beast, take a look at this.
Kano wants to cut a deal.
Have you make a decent offer?
Beads and trinkets aren't enough.
Round one. Warning.
Pause!
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What's happening?
Hey, Wagwan, what's happening? It's your girl, the media messiah, Ziza Hashim, and we're back at it again with yet another Bazenga. Now, Leo, I'm going to be chatting with a very, very good friend of mine. Come on over, Cheki. I mean, ileta masehemu ya watu wako na pesa. 37 on Kikambala Street, and we're going to be talking about all things gaming because he's an African gaming ambassador, a professional gamer, and a gaming mentor. He calls himself the Beast. Twende tubonge na yeye. My goodness, I'm telling you, I am indeed hanging out with the Beast. And I just want to show you that he is indeed the Beast. Beast. Hey, Ngori.
Kidogo.
Guy.
Kidogo.
Guy.
Kidogo.
Now imagine guys with my heels, like legit, I'm literally wearing heels. Now you know not to mess with me because these are my kind of friends. Ukuja karibu yangu. Unajua. Anyway, let's have a seat, man. Now, you're definitely one of the most remarkable gamers that we have, not only in Kenya, but in East Africa. I mean, you're an African gaming ambassador. Do you know how big that is, man?
Almost, but we're testing the waters, but I would say yes, I understand.
How do you usually feel every single time someone introduces you with your titles because you have way too many?
First of all, I feel shy and I'm like, wait, did I do all that? And then I'm like, actually, I did all that. And then I'm like, yeah, chezeni chini, I just try.
All right, now there's the journey. There's where it all began. Where did it all begin for you when it comes to gaming?
My dad was a movie guy, so kila siku alikuwa kujanga na tape mpya. So I grew up watching guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Rambo, and I was into that life, you know. And then one day, I remember it was about my birthday, and my uncle came back with a Nintendo. I think ilikuwa inaitwa Nintendo, na ilikuwa na Shoot the Dark. So unajua kama mtu anapenda movies za magun, nimeletewa gun na naweza shoot kitu kwa TV. I was yeah, this is the life. And then further on in life, I was able to survive a lot of things through gaming because mi sasa sikuwa watu wa kucheza nje. Like kwa napenda kucheza nje, but sasa vile niligundua PS nikakuwa watoto wa PS. So I started gaming very early and understanding gaming. And then life ikachange kidogo. And as a kid, I didn't understand how that could happen. I didn't understand why life was changing like that. And I remember through those dark times, manze gaming ndio ilinishikilia. So mimi nilikuwa lote wa esto wenye ukishindwa kupita mission, mimi ndio ule msee ukikwama na ndapita. Like even other kids used to pay for me to play because sasa tulikuwa tunachezanga kwa gaming game. Sasa hiyo ndio ilikuwa kazi yangu. So and my mom never understood so why I support your gaming. So mimi niliambiwa tu mapema utajipa. So I think as early as class 4 I was already doing small jobs to get money to go and play. Yeah, until I became an adult I was just hustling. Like ilikuwa nimejua lazima ni hustle ndo nikacheze PS. So in a day I would even go and fetch water, pour trash for guys. And I did that for the longest time. You know, I look like this not because I eat but because of the lifestyle. Kubeba maji in a day unabeba mtungiza 20 liters more than 14. Oh my goodness. Ndio upate pesa ina make sense when like I would get like 100 bob or 120. So 60 bob that is 1 hour of gaming, and then the ingine ni akudish, so nisikae nje place ya gaming.
Now let's talk about the professional aspect of things, how you actually got to being an esports athlete, basically your esports career, ile tournament ya kwanza yenye uli partake in. When was it and how was the experience like?
So around 2013 I was working as a storyboard illustrator, and during this time nilikuwa nafundisha hiyo job. So the guy who was teaching me was also using a lot of YouTube to refer. his teachings. And then at that time is when I discovered YouTube gaming. So I used to follow a guy called Rad the Brad. Hiyo time sikuwa naweza afford magame, hata PS sikuwa nayo, bado nilikuwa mtu wa kucheza plays in my PS. So I used to watch a lot of him playing games which I couldn't buy, but I really enjoyed it. And I was like, wait, people are living the life. And then one day I stumbled on a MK. It was a suggestion MK tournament, and I really love Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat nimecheza kutoka sijui nikuwa class 1. So nikaona kulikuwa na tournament, somebody won around 1000 USD. Kupiga hesabu transaction niko like, wait, umse anacheza tu PS na kuna pesa. Exactly. So I think at that point I got really interested because I was also playing MK and I was like, sinacheza kama wase like, mbona mimi si make door from me. I didn't even know about tournaments, so I started practicing. And then something happened. I had to move from Kenya and I went to work to Egypt. So hiyo ilinisaidia sana because I started playing with guys who are also in esports and they taught me how to now play properly. Ndio ilikuwa nafikiria washo ile estate
na wendo Bazenga until you meet my Bazenga.
Unafika pale nje mwanzo unapata aujui kitu yoyote. So these guys I played with them and I happened to learn a lot from them. And I remember when I came back in around 2014 2015 there was the first Mortal Kombat tournament that was hosted in IMAX by Vidgold. Sasa hatukuwa tumeenda tuona, hatujui lag, hujui kitu yoyote, tulikuwa tunacheza kwa screen ya cinema. It was fun and not fun at the same time because hata tukupata time ya ku-practice. I remember I got to play the game at the day of the tournament. I didn't even get to prepare. Like hiyo siku ya tournament ndo siku ya kwanza nilicheza hiyo MK because it was a new MK.
Na kalidhoka ama uliwaonesha wendo ule mse?
Nilifinya. I made it to top 5. Nilifika kasi number 4 ni number 3. And actually kitota ilinitoa ni pad ili desync. The controller desynced because the distance from the controller and the console was so large. So it kept on cutting. Na mimi kuangalia nimefika position 4. Kwanza sikupata CD, nimeipata late. Niliboeka nikaachana na sikuendelea, but it opened doors for me in many ways. I started going to tournaments. These days I see guys getting tournaments every other time. Sisi hatukuwa tunazipata na tukizipata zilikuwa free. There was no payment. Like ulikuwa tu unaingia pale vibes ujue kucheza bas. But these days it's even better. You see guys getting money like so yeah. I think I relate esports and actual athletics because in both genres you have to actually train. Okay, wase uona kukaa mbele ya PS tu ni kukaa mbele ya TV, but zizi you have to like ni practice una master. And then like me upate tu wase example simple, Cristiano Ronaldo. Kama hayuko kwa pitch ya football, ako wapi? Ako kwa ile ingine anafanya nini? Ana train. Is he addicted to football or is he getting better?
He's getting better. So
his action like akiwa kwa field kila anafanya pale kwa training pitch na translate wapi? Kwa the football pitch. So for you to get good, you have to put in time. And you have to play a lot for me to say I'm even good in MK, I had to play a lot. Na si kwanza na kushinda, nilikuwa napigwanga. Remember there's a guy who used to come from UG. Umsa alikuwa anakuja ananinyorosha weekend nzima na kama Friday ananichapa mpaka Sunday akipanda basi akirudi UG. And that's how I learned to play. May the best man win. So in terms of mentorship, I grew up through a lot of hardship, and I usually understand the thing of not having. And with today, a lot of people lack somebody to tell them that hey, it's going to be okay. Give them just a sense of direction. So Undugu is near a place I've grown up. It's in Kibra, and it's actually a friend who coaches these girls. So he's seen me and he's like, hey, yo, come and talk to these girls. It's good they see something different. And also we have a few ladies in esports. So if they would join, I know esports is a all boys thing, but also females have a chance to. I've made it this far because somebody saw something in me and they gave me the chance, you know, and they've put me close to people who have opportunities, and this has enabled me to get this far. So I see when I go to these girls, even if I don't have anything, they're seeing something different. And it's not just girls, other boys from there. Like I try a lot to go back to the hood, and I'm still there. I try to go back a lot to the hood to just mentor these kids and just show them something different.
But tukimalizia kabisa, you're going to be mentoring, or you're rather going to be playing a very key role at this year's Nairobi Comic Convention. It's going to be a 2-day LAN party, Pale Vosarit. It will take us through that a bit.
First of all, let me just start by how I discovered Nikon. It's funny. I was living in Kibra by then, and my shopkeeper saw a white guy going to the shop and was like, hey, there's somebody I would like you to meet. He lives around here. So he gave just a random guy my number. Like, take this guy's number. He's somebody you'd like to meet. And that guy was called Mads Peter. He was an artist, and he was actually teaching guys how to draw for comics at Nikon. So this guy came and he was like, yo, how are you? And he did a portrait of me. We talked a bit. I do art. I love art. So I think the guy who introduced us was thinking about the art aspect of it. Yeah. So he comes and he's like, hey, I would like you to come to an event. It's called Nikon. I have tickets and I would like to go with you. When I got to Nikon, nilienda pale juu ya art. But when I got there, niliona section ya gaming kulikuwa na tona ya Call of Duty, and me I was just like, bro, I will see you later. Wacha niingie huko. Going there, I met awesome people. The late Brian Barasa.
May his soul rest in peace.
When I met the guy, and the first thing I asked, why don't you have a Mortal Kombat tournament? And he was like, we would like to have it, but we don't have guys playing. I was like, I do play. I have people. But nikalete PS, and he was like, let me go and ask my boss, who is Thomas. And he went and asked. I think after a while, I don't know what happened, he came and told me, you can bring it. I walked back to Kibra to get my console and call guys, wait, tukacheze.
It's the dedication to me.
Yeah, exactly. I just walked all the way from, it was in Sarit to Kibra, and I got the console, and I was like, bro, wase tudeni tukafanya tona huko hivyo awasada tuje. And that's how I discovered Nikon. And now for people who have never been to Nikon, what is Nikon about? Nikon is about cosplay, it's about movies, it's about gaming, it's about
comic books.
If you're a geek like me, I'm a geek. This is the place to be. This is the place to be. And if you want to meet gamers or the different fields that are there, Manze, this is the place to be. This is the place that can actually give you a sense of direction if you want to venture into this comic stuff, gaming stuff, movies. This is the place to be. And yeah, just check out Nikon at IG. Nikon?
Nikon_EA. The Nairobi Comic Convention on Facebook. But thank you so much. We'd talk on and on and on because we're very good friends, but I think we're going to wrap it up as that. Kauja kwa inspired me, I don't know. Mimi kwa inspired, baka nataka kwa game at this point in time. I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much. This has been your Bazenga right here at 37 on Kikambala maeneo ya kifahari nini. Be sure to let us know who you want to see next on Bazenga by hitting us up on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter at Teen Republic NTV, at NTV Kenya. But for now, adios.